And then look how he do it. He don't no countdown deuce. He just
Man,
get his feelings and run off. Nevertheless, it don't matter. We don't need a heads up. It's Deuce's Scoop. It's yours truly, Uncle Neely. It is Big Dog Chico. We also got Coach Carl Reed joining us today, and it's his birthday. It's the morning run.
Uncle Neely was going to ask you about the LSU opening.
I was.
Okay.
I was going to ask you about the LSU job and what else do you see on the horizon out there?
LSU, obviously, you know what the expectation at LSU is national championship, right?
Absolutely.
8 wins will get you statues in some places and get you fired at others, right? So when you go to LSU and you take $100 million, you know what the expectation is. And so you went into the season with high hopes. You made a decision at offensive coordinator with Coach Sloan, and you got a guy that people think is a potential first round in Nussmeier, and it just never materialized for LSU. So sometimes, and I know there's a lot of reports coming out, people saying negative things about Coach Kelly. I had a great relationship with Coach Kelly when I was a high school coach. He always treated me with respect. He treated our program with a tremendous amount of respect. So I don't have anything to say negative about him. Sometimes, though, guys, it just doesn't work. Sometimes you put something together, you put a plan together, it's the way that you've always won, and it doesn't work. I know Coach Kelly, most of his experiences up north and in the Midwest. In the South is a different ball game. There was a Big Ten coach that I know really well that was talking about possibly looking at one of the jobs in the SEC. And I just said to him, man, it's a different world. Like it's not the same world that you used to, right? Not to be mistaken with Mr. Cosby's different world television
different world.
series. But the SEC, man, it's a, if you ain't never been in it, if you haven't had to deal with that environment consistently, the phrase that they have, it just means more. It does, right? And so they're going to get somebody in there that they think gives them an opportunity to win. And now you got to realize the 3 coaches before Brian Kelly all won national championships.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Saban, Les Miles, and Ed Orgeron. And Les Miles and Ed Orgeron both also were fired after winning national championships.
Correct.
So when you think about that, you know the pressures that come with a job like that. They expect to win. And when guys want to say they're going to coach, can you coach in an do you have the skin and the toughness to coach in an environment where they expect you to win every week, and when you don't, they're going to treat you as such? You know, I think that people have to decide that before they take a job like that. If you go to LSU, anything less than the national championship, they're going to consider it a failure. And so you got to understand that. Now, when they put $100 million on the table, I don't know too many reasonable men that would walk away from $100 million. So you got to go down there and give it a shot if they want you.
Yeah, no matter where the coaching is at, $100 million, you got to consider it, dog.
I mean, at the end of the day, he can literally afford to wipe his tears if he's disappointed with $100 bills with a was it $54 million buyout? What was that buyout again, Chico?
Whatever it is, they can be like Big Meech in the club in Atlanta back in the early 2000s and throwing hundreds and fifties out.
$53.8 million buyout. And shout out to James Franklin with the $49 million buyout. And one I did not see was Willie Taggart, my boy Willie with the $18 million. Hey, boy. I mean, and we always talk about, and Coach, this is something I definitely have been wanting to ask you. We always talk about how it's hard to feel bad for somebody who loses a job to make this type of money to walk away. But what goes on in these guys' minds when even with all the money? What are they thinking about when they don't? Is it something mental or is it emotional? How do coaches take that when they're fired, even though they get a big parting gift?
They take it really hard because they're not looking at it from the perspective of an average man. And what I mean by that is, even when you look at those buyouts, I mean, Brian Kelly and James Franklin were very rich men a long time ago, way before. Like, so even if the buyout never happens, every dude on that list has already made millions and millions of dollars in this profession by the time you become the coach at LSU or Penn State. So I don't think the financial implications come into play as much as those guys love to coach and they love to win. And as coaches, you know, they failed to reach what their goals are. And I think that's really what it comes down to. Because when they started coaching and they got into coaching, they wasn't making $1 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, they were GAN or coaching Division II or whatever. The sport has just grown to where coaches get paid like that. So there still is a sadness for getting fired. There's an embarrassment that comes with it for you and your family. Now, does getting 50, 60 million dollars to walk away, does it make you feel better? Let me just say this. You're not as sad as long as you would be if you didn't have that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think,
Hey.
Coach, you know, what you said at the top, man, really matters because you not only have an SEC culture at each location within the SEC, you have a different subculture that they expect you to adhere to, identify with, and that's on top of winning or underneath winning. And there's a lot of when Kelly left Notre Dame that even before the first game was played, people didn't see it fitting. And when you look at the win-loss record, like you articulated, some people 8 wins is all you need, and some places 8 get you out. When you look at his win-loss record, he does not have a kind of record that says fire me. It just was not a record that matches that LSU fan base and booster base down there what they expect. And you see that's going to be the same thing whether it's a Florida or Florida State across the ripple effect of the South. I do want to pivot.
All right. Thank y'all for coming out. Hit the like, subscribe, comment. Let us know in the chat where you represent from and what y'all got going on. It is my birthday on Wednesday, so y'all make sure y'all come in here and do the Tootsie Roll and Butterfly and all the other stuff that's yeah. All right. He's in the Middle East.
Boy, you're crazy.
Yeah. You bitch not you.
Why you talk to him bad before you leave?
If he's in the Middle East.
Nah, boy, you say you biz not EU.
Yeah, that's for the ones out there.
Oh,
I'm
all right.
surprised you caught. Well, I ain't surprised you caught that, but a lot of people don't even know.
Hey, man. All right, let's go, man. All right.
Peace.